shit. shit. Hey, what is good, people? It is the grand finals, day number 4 of the PUBG Mobile Community Stars by the one and only Esports County, ladies and gents. You know what? I am excited to see a lot of fireworks happen again inside the battlefield. But you know what? I'm excited. I am also stoked to cast my favorite game with someone who loves giving Cupid a second chance to hit him right in the heart, right there. Pika Lozano.
Thank you, Red Queen. Oh, I did not know how to get back from that. But then again, the color of hearts is red, so that makes both of us. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to the PMCS. We appreciate your presence being here, and it's brought to you by Esports County and A1 Gaming Esports. So please do not hesitate to give a follow to their socials if you haven't already. And without further ado, we're going to talk about what went down yesterday. In a bit, we're also going to invite you guys to vote for your favorite teams and players
hmm
with instructions all together. Stay tuned for that. Now, Red, yesterday we had quite a stir of our maps. It's really amusing to see what lineup we had yesterday. And without spoilers, I think today will be another treat for all of you G-Mobile aficionados. So you know what? I'd say that yesterday was a win-win for Red Queen, especially because her team, or at least as according to her, was really on top of the food chain
I
yesterday.
called it. I called it.
That you did.
Yes. Actually, I have to lay down the red carpet for this, guys. But do you want to?
Oh,
No, seriously. But you know what, Pika? Before we reveal the top position or like the placement of these teams that are
right.
participating for this evening, you know what? It's gonna be an exciting evening for every one of us because those teams that needs to do a little tweak when it comes to their strategy, those teams that need to make up for the points,
Drum
they
roll.
have the chance to do it right now. So Pika, I'm gonna let you do the honors for this one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we did, a bit of a drum roll, as we did the other day, today will be double placement points day. You heard that
What?
right. Double placement points. So these teams who will get their winner chicken dinners can say that another time. Winner chicken dinner, winner chicken dinner. That's how it is. We do have
Yes,
double
sir.
placement points for these teams. So
Right.
if they're catching up, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be gritting their teeth a little bit more here, Red Queen, because it'll matter more than the frags, if not slightly less.
Yeah, and again,
Oh
ladies and
man.
gents, we actually have 24 teams competing for the lion's share worth 3,000 US dollars. And
Ooh.
of course, that goes with a like the bragging rights that they are actually the best among the rest inside the PUBG community stars. And we all know who's competing for this evening. Of course, we got DRS. We got the F2D. We also got Stalwart Esports over here, MABATEX, Yangon Galacticos, West Point Mambas. We also got Raging Bulls.
Not to mention you CMF, they actually scored a really wonderful chicken
hmm
dinner yesterday. Really memorable. We also have again for those of you who are waiting for more stalwart esports, right? These
hmm
teams they have a huge fan base, if I may. So
Right.
people are really excited for what they're gonna bring forward. Agon, a
hmm
train to kill. My one of my personal favorites. They're very enigmatic. You don't know whether it's gonna go their way or the opposite, but it's always a treat to watch. Not to mention their players always turning up, always putting their names out there, and again, it's this is their last chance, I believe, for this week to rack up some
hmm
points before the next few days.
Right. And this is the best night to do that. But anyway, let's talk about
Yes.
the top 8 teams that are actually performing quite well this evening. Of course, let me
hmm
start with the kings of
hmm
this PUBG battlefield. Of course, let's start with the real soldiers. They've managed to
Oof.
rack up a total of 177 points. That's actually
Wow.
a 52-point lead. Against all of the teams that are playing
Yeah.
for this evening. The unfortunate event that happened yesterday was like A1 Esports moved two spots or three spots in
Hmm.
the overall score in the overall scoreboard with
True that.
113 points, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. But the
Yeah.
teams that are actually performed well yesterday were the guys of Asian with
Hmm.
125 points, Karma Official, a team coming from Nepal with 114 points, and also the guys from CMF Gremlin with 105, and MABATEX Esports.
Hmm.
So this six teams actually Pika scored already with a like they already have like a three-digit score in the overall scoreboard.
Gotcha. And two teams, you have, I believe, you have Stalwart Esports and Bad Intention. But here we go, Red. This is what I was talking about earlier as we introed. We have a reverse of yesterday's mapping. First and foremost, we have Miramar
Mm-hmm.
on match number one, and Miramar again, and Miramar again for our third map here, Red Queen. But tomorrow we're going to go for Erangel, and then back to Miramar, and we're going to close out the evening with another Erangel. So this is
So.
again of like the
Mm-hmm.
flip of how we did things yesterday. So it could be a lot of sunlight, a lot of that dry lips that we can expect from this entire sequence that we're gonna have here today for day four. But the craziest part of all, Red, is of course the double. And I cannot stress that enough. The
The double
double
placement
placement
points,
points.
yes.
So this, I'm pretty sure, this actually stirred up a lot of
Mm-hmm.
noise during day two
Mm-hmm.
because they were wondering why they got such huge chunks of points after winning a chicken dinner. That is because that was actually double
Yes.
placement points day, same as today, right?
And I would
Okay.
also like to see, the players coming from Seventh Element and Skylightz and Yangon Galacticus, because these were the
Oh
teams that actually
yeah.
performed very well during day number one. And right now, I'm excited to see if there's going to be like a change when it comes to their approach or it comes to their strategies, their gameplays, if they're going to have like, a different dropping points into these two maps that we're going to have for this evening, because it's just going to be
Right.
Miramar and Erangel. So if you guys are not really
Hmm.
performing well, there is something that needs to be done. There's something that needs to change in your strategies, and I would love to see them no, make a good so like a strong comeback for this evening. And like for Skylights and the Yangon Galacticus, to be exact, they really
Hmm.
dropped hard, in the overall
Hmm.
scoreboard. They used to be part of the top 16, top 8 even, but then again, no, they had a couple of bad matches, and so I would like to see how well they're going to react, how well they're going to respond, or maybe like dust themselves off now that we're about to enter
Hmm.
day number 4 of this competition.
Right, you are. And of course, for those of you, speaking of the teams as well as the players who performed spectacularly yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
this is your chance to vote for them. It will extend up until June 17th, 11 p.m. IST. So your fan favorite player, fan favorite teams, it's all in your hands, guys. You don't want to give them you don't want to give them away. You just want to keep giving them some love. So Red, I am definitely excited to get our game started tonight. And I
Mm-hmm.
want to roll the dice here, while we wait. I personally think that MABATEX Esports can do it again. They placed really well, and I think they did a lot. I see that. I see that. I see you. I see that look. Red was.
Well, we'll
You're
see.
giving me something
I
to
mean,
think
I mean,
about. Yeah.
no, I think it's possible. You know what? Because they placed from the 13th spot, and they climbed up
They
to the
did.
sixth
That they
spot
did.
in the overall scoreboard. So that was a
Mhm.
huge performance coming from MABATEX, and I'm excited to see just more of these players. And just speaking of the performance for this evening, you know what? I'm still not taking out the possibility that there can be a team that can snatch the crowns, from DRS. All I'm
Mhm.
saying is that it's going to be like a big challenge. It's going to be very difficult. Of course, it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
That's true. Again, it's never too late for these teams, of course, Red,
Hmm.
to really grind these points. It could be one of those good days that you can have. Your aim is just on point. Your movement definitely very
Hmm.
nimble. Let's see if specifically, I'm gonna name drop right now. As much as I really don't want to, Hitman. Hitman he was just sick. He was absolutely cracked yesterday. So I believe that he can do it again. Granted, the right motivation. They don't want to have stories from across each other off of the dark again. Remember that scene, that last that last moments before Hitman was eliminated.
Mm,
That was again, it was a
right.
heartbreak for me. I'll say that out loud, but it is what it is. And again, DRS. Let's talk about that, Red. I know for a fact
Oh
that
man.
there's a lot you want to get off your chest when it comes to DRS.
No, I mean, I think it's already a given, but so far at this point in the competition, most of the teams, if they cannot really catch up with the number of points that DRS was able to establish in the overalls, they are now just fighting for the second place. Right? Because I
Mhm.
feel like DRS right now, they have set like this huge gap already, and pretty much they are just like cruising,
Mhm.
cruising towards the end of this competition. I think they're just very relaxed because I don't see them really being super aggressive during the first few zones, inside the battlefield. Usually they
Mhm.
rack up the kill points now towards the end. So
Mhm.
that's actually the kind of thing that I notice when it comes to DRS as of the moment. I mean, they don't have the pressure right now to actually perform like like at the pick of their performance that they showed during day number one, because I mean 52-point lead, that is so much.
It is. It's an arduous task, because not
Mm-hmm.
only do you have to perform as a unit, but even individually, there's a bit of a pressure for these players, no matter who they are. Because if you get eliminated, that feeds another team a point, and if you can do the
Mm-hmm.
job yourself, then definitely you can definitely contribute. Supposedly, for DRS, I remember that they had quite a really good record. When it comes to their MVPs, Giante for one, I believe that yesterday he also performed spectacularly. He performed
Mm-hmm.
wonderfully as part of the team. So, and I can say the same for Karma Esports. They did show up yesterday. I remember that uh, Urega, if I'm reading that right, had about
Mm-hmm.
at least 8 kills yesterday, or maybe even more elimination points throughout the entire night. So there's a lot of points to go around if they play this right, and not to mention, Red, it's Miramar again. This is and there's three of them in a row. So, and there's not really that many
Yeah.
routes for Miramar change,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
going water side for Miramar is not really an option, if that
Right.
makes sense.
And you know what? If you risk nothing, you gain nothing. I mean, this is not the time to push and try to break your limits. We are halfway through this entire competition, so might as well give it your best. We all know that PUBG
Beautiful.
Mobile involves a lot of critical thinking, It's always hard to make a decision under pressure, but these guys have been performing so well. They're doing it. I mean, sometimes it isn't really always about winning. It also is about learning. So to play again
Mhm.
to this kind of level at this caliber is already admirable.
That's true. And I think, Red, that one of the biggest factors that make DRS really, really,
Mm-hmm.
commendable for this series is the fact that they're really consistent. So as you mentioned, they're no longer eyeing for blood. They just want
Right.
to they want to play it safe. They want to play it really, really uh how should I say this? Rather calm. They don't want to be too wild and out there, because again, one casualty grants a team a point, and that could be the point that defeats you. So, good stuff
Mm-hmm.
from DRS. Now it looks like we're going north. We're starting off from the bottom here, Puerto Paraíso as well. This is, I don't think we've had this formation yesterday, not this flight path. So this
Mm-hmm.
is a good start, and not to mention, again, Red, we have 4 Miramars tonight. So I think all
Right.
direction we're gonna be seeing that here.
Right, and we also need to like give a little credit to the IGLs or the in-game leaders as well. They play the
Oh,
most
for sure.
crucial
Mhm.
role in every team. They set up the structure, they call out the strategies, the gameplays, and the rotations. I feel like sometimes they are the Professor X of like in the team. They are the master tactician. You can only imagine the pressure that these guys must be feeling. I mean, staying calm is not really a joke, especially
Mhm.
when you find yourself at a disadvantage and when you're left alone to defend your team and there's like three players coming from the opponent side ready to attack you. I mean, I just don't know how to stay calm.
That's true. I mean, it's it's always easier said than done, right? So for these players, again,
Mm-hmm.
they're trained for that. And speaking of that, I I hope they're trained for this kind of circle because apparently it's gonna land in El Pozo or one way or the other. So here we go. We're starting things off with
Mm-hmm.
Raw. We have ruthless aggressive warriors here, and Malik from Raw. We love seeing Malik every now and then. There's always a
Oh
moment for
yes.
some weird reason when it comes to Malik. Now already has his hands on a MK14 here and an Uzi. Me and Red share
Ooh.
that liking for this spray and pray monster. So, but
Oh my
but
goodness.
it's no match to the DBS every now and then, Red.
And you know what, Pika? From the looks of it, in the kill field, we are already seeing like a fight happen between Karma and West Point
Mhm.
Mamba Esports over here, coming from the Philippines. Karma being, a team that is somewhat really putting in a lot of work, putting in a lot of effort to
Mhm.
actually climb up those ranks. And right now, they find themselves head to head with West Point Mamba Esports. So let's see what's going to happen as Mix already established like two
Oh.
elimination points so far, and
Hey.
they are still going for more. Another kill goes to Michi. Spike goes out of the game.
Oh. What a good start here for the Mambas here, Red. I'd say so because
Mm-hmm.
we don't see much of them, at least whenever their teams are up. And looks like Migs, he had something good to eat today, Red. He already has three eliminations, basically fishing out
Mm-hmm.
three members of the opposition. So I like what I'm seeing, and this is probably a comfort map to start with. I hope that the momentum personally keeps going
Really builds
for
up, yeah.
for the yeah for the Mambas over here. So beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And again, Red, this map always makes me a bit anxious again because of all these levels. So I think getting the high ground here for Mamba Lookings will definitely prove useful.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Pika, I don't think West Point Mamba's still aiming to get to the number one spot because it's just clearly
Mm,
too. I don't want to say it's impossible. It's just it's gonna be hard. But tonight is double placement points, right? So they need to capitalize on this
mm,
fact. I mean, if you get the winner chicken dinner, you automatically receive 20 points, which is actually a big point so far.
mm,
So much so they already have like four elimination points. So they just need to make sure that they get to the latter stages of the game, and
mm.
maybe get that a chicken dinner that they want.
Right, I'm gonna correct myself. I call them Lokings. That's a relative team, but these are the Mambas, ladies and gents. So yeah, I'm gonna correct myself
Mambas,
on that.
yes.
Yeah, the Mambas. It rolls off the tongue. But yeah, the Lokings are their buddies. So again, that's really commendable for Migs. He
Mm-hmm.
already managed to get his trigger finger ready for the rest of this tournament or the rest of this day. But again, we saw how ruthless aggressive warriors yesterday, Red. They can be very tactical if they choose
Mm-hmm.
to, and they never leave a man behind. So this is again one of the
Mm-hmm.
reasons I think why they're also very formidable. So, but they're going
Mm-hmm.
for a push here against 3x, Red. So, is this going to be a boost of confidence or is this a risky move?
All right, that's what we're about to find out. Who will come up on
Yeah.
top of this engagement over here? But you know what? It's always hard to make sure that you don't make mistakes inside the game. I mean, you always got to match that game IQ with the technical skills, and sometimes it doesn't always go according to plan. I mean, the execution
Mm,
will always be the hardest thing to do. It's either a hit or miss. So let's see if ruthless aggressive warriors can actually get this kill. 3x. Okay, we already have like one player
hey.
down. Cairo goes out, so we still
All
are
right.
left with three players coming from 3x. Another one bites the dust. Knight is on his knees, so we can see that Raw is being kind of aggressive at the moment, living up to their, I guess, name. I don't want to say reputation because they're not really
Yes.
having like a good sets of
Oh
games
boy.
since day number two.
Red, look at this. This is a team ace. Basically, this is a shared frags for the entire team of ruthless aggressive warriors. They got 1 point
Mm-hmm.
each. It means that they picked off 3x, one person to one person. Beautiful stuff already, and they are the second team to exit our lobby here, ladies and gents. So, ruthless aggressive
Mm-hmm.
warriors. As you know, I hate it when my tongue actually speaks truth sometimes, right? Because they really did go for the push, right? They as you said, they lived up to the name, and I guess they really don't want
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to waste any time here. So I don't know. I mean, this is how we remember them to be. So Let's see where else. Let's see where else. I'm highly confident that they can drag this momentum up until our our circle red.
Right, right. And usually in Miramar, during the initial stages of the game, we don't kill anything but time, but it's a different I again this tournament is on a whole new level, Pika. I mean, this is maybe the first time that I've seen PUBG, be this so action packed. Like during the first
Hmm.
two zones, we can already see like a battle brewing, a scaffold happening. So it's just so
Yes.
impressive that these teams can actually keep up the pace, keep up the energy so far. And just imagine, I can only just imagine for them the stress, the struggles, the sweat that they put in. A lot of hard work into like perfecting their skill set, just to play PUBG Mobile and actually dominate and conquer the battlefield. I mean, it's just so amazing. But we already have again another kill coming from West Point Mambas, and this time the
Ooh.
players that they are up against right at this moment are coming from Agon IA.
Don't look now, Red, but DRS is already gone. They have already been
What?
eliminated from. I know, I'm serious. DRS, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. DRS Esports are not in this. They have already been exiled. I wish I saw that. It's either they were not in the
Mm,
flight path at all, or they were eliminated very very early. So this is bad omen, or like a massive jinx that we did.
hmm.
But you heard that right, Red. DRS is no longer participating against these teams. So here we go. So far, our leading team would be Ruthless Aggressive Warriors and West Point Mamba. So no one touched. Nobody has been eliminated just yet. But I cannot say the same for C,
Nobody.
as Mernat
Yes.
goes, definitely goes in.
For DRS, I
Okay.
think they really left some room to actually make those mistakes. So I don't think this is going to take a toll on their overall score. But I mean, we're still talking about a 52 point lead, and this is what I was talking about. You need to create a huge gap, big enough to at least, maybe you can have some off time, because it's always going to be,
Oh,
like highs and lows when you guys are in a competition. But hey, GSM was the
oh
third or
my
like
gosh.
fourth team to be sent back to the lobby over here. And I can see
Mhm.
Pika West Point Mamba looks like being aggressive at
Hey.
this moment, racking up a lot of kill points so far. And right now, they
Uh-huh.
already have another set of players right in
Oh,
their line side. But oh no, Federals just went down.
that is not good. Okay, again, we don't like jinxing this, ladies and gentlemen, but as we said, it Federal is definitely brought to his knees there. And what a fight! This is a cross map fight we're seeing here, Red. I think
Hmm.
Emas also is in a very dangerous position. He's getting hit by, of course, our play zone. Blue Grim Reaper already closing in on them, and Federalis will definitely need some help if he wants to get out of this one. But look at how Agon is positioned. They have proper distribution here across the buildings, and
Yes.
I think they're able to see everywhere at this point. They can hold their ground, and there we go. Look at that retaliation from Migs, and he takes out Grind.
Hmm. And also, you know what? For the side of Red Esports, I just want to bring this one up because
Hmm.
they're no longer part of the top 16 in the overall scoreboard. So I'm also excited to see if they can actually, come up with a, like a more effective plan to win those chicken dinners, because they absolutely need that right now if they really want to catapult themselves again back to the top 16. And right now, they still have like 4 members still intact. So that is, I think, good news so far. I mean, this is just the second phase of the circle inside Miramar. A lot of things can still happen, but I'm happy to see that West Point Mambas was able to actually acquire 6 elimination points so far, 3 being the highest, and that was Migs.
That's right. Even I was actually really, really shocked that Federalis was really able to get out of there. Safe and sound. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
wounded, but not out. That's still a very, very big blessing on the side of West Point Mambas. Now,
Mm.
Red, next of the frag, basically the frag chart, we have YG. So we know how YG is also a very formidable team. We saw
Right.
a lot of their frags, a lot of their positioning, a lot of their tactics, really effective to make them last long. We see them at least stage 4, and they're still good. They would still survive a lot of onslaughts from these players, but it's again, it's one of those. It's one of those moments where we can only hope for the best for YG.
Yes, and you've got to
Who are we
utilize
looking
everything
at there?
that you've learned so far, from all the battles that you've been
Mhm,
through and bring it here. You got to
mhm,
have a continuous improvement and keep trying to be better all the time. And so far, outside of Stalwart Esports over here, Pika, they've been checking all the right boxes in terms of objectives. Now, again, we're just waiting to see if they can actually keep that consistency because this is actually one of my top picks as well. So.
mhm,
I mean, you can win some, you can lose some, but definitely, I would like for them to also make a strong comeback because we know that these guys can actually perform. There's no problem with them taking in some fights. And let's just see, after 6 matches, if they can improve their overall statistics. And again, we're back to Red Esports over here. So far, so
mhm.
good. I mean, they are in a place where I don't think anybody would challenge them in this area. Although I can see a little orange collar over here. I think that's coming from a ruthless, aggressive esports. They're climbing up that big mountain over there because
Mm.
in Miramar, once you give
Oh
up the
yeah,
high ground position, it is always suicide.
yeah. Really tragic. We've seen that happen many times over, Red. So I want to point out a while ago, I saw a very bizarre weapon. We have M24. How many times do you ever get to see that? Let alone in Miramar, where there's really like a
Mhm.
scarcity of weapons. Yeah.
Oh,
And oh my gosh, he fell off. My goodness, Migs, that is very unfortunate. Oh man, I wish we could see that, but that already breaks my heart as early as now, Red. Now here we go. YG, as we mentioned,
hmm
they have enough survival instincts. They have very good game sense, enough to make them go the distance. I'd say the same for Limit Over, but statistically, Limit Over they haven't been performing again as powerfully as they're supposed to, if I can say so. And I don't know, Red. Hopefully, the
yeah.
motivation that comes with double placement points will be enough to propel them a little higher.
Well, here we go. We have Yangon Galacticas, one of the teams that are very much hard clutching as well. I just hope, because they are really having an explosive start so far. I just hope that it doesn't falter towards, at the end of this evening. But so far, they've managed to put up 4 elimination points. So we got 2 for Romeo Boy, we got a Marinette Boy with 2 elimination points as well. And right now, YG,
Mhm.
Super Andrew over here trying to do a spray down against the
Hmm.
players coming from Raging Bulls. Now, what can we say about Raging Bulls? You know what? I think they're very aggressive. I think there's no problem with them racking up kill points as well. What I don't find good about how they approach things is sometimes they can be a little reckless in terms of like how they push so far. I don't think they have the
Mhm.
communications established just yet, so there is something maybe that they can improve on how they execute their plan, because we've said this a million times. You can have all the plans in the world, you can have it from A to
Mhm.
Z, but if you don't know how to properly
Oh,
execute a plan, I think you will always find yourself at the losing end.
that's true. That's true. And you saw right there how Murtaza was actually sprayed down a little bit there by Mernat and barely escaping it. He has enough health utilities, of course, to get him out. But Mr. Black, oh, I cannot say the same for that, Red. He has trimmed down to about 1/8 of his
Mm-hmm.
life. That is not a good look. So this is what we're talking about. Raging Bulls. They may have not really put a stamp on how they should be playing things every now and then. It's like they have a plan for certain situations, but not all of them. So that's really gonna come into play here. And there, I think Evil Boy here is trying to retaliate. Maybe if I think he's taking a chance on whether or not there are people outside the safe zone. And there it is, a Bond Clay
Oh
Sam. I'm not sure
boy.
where he's from, to be honest, but let's see how that's gonna turn out. And
Evil
did you see that
boy.
Super
I think
Andrew?
this
By
is
the
the
way, I'm
first
sorry to
time.
cut, Red, but Super Andrew
Yeah,
just
but
got taken
I think
out.
this is the first time that I've read Evil Boy, from Raging
Yes.
Bulls. I think this is the first time, right? But also we
Yeah, yeah,
got
yeah.
one from Skylightz Gaming as well. If I read that right, that was Mr. Borrow. I think he died in the play zone or something. I don't think. Yeah,
Mm.
that's what it said on the kill feed. But anyway, we still got 12 teams and 41 players remaining. So I think the teams are a little bit like being passive
Oh
right
boy.
at the moment. I don't think they are as aggressive as from day one to day number three so far. I think they're not done in getting those information that they need, or maybe they are trying to be careful. They don't want to engage just yet. They don't want to risk losing members of the team, but it's it's a different story coming from Raging
Oh.
Bulls over here. I think they are trying to go up against a limit over which is a team that is at the bottom part of the overall scoreboard. So we both know that the objective right now for this team is to actually clutch a lot of kill points. They need to end with a double-digit score.
They have to try, Red. Not to mention, even if say the chicken, it's not the chicken dinner. I believe this is gonna be very vital for them to climb even a little bit higher. I mean, we're not being pessimistic or anything here, but at least to make a sizable chunk of elimination points, and that will definitely mean a lot moving forward. So, and here we go. Romeo Boy getting a domination, a 3-kill streak right there. That's gonna be big for the team. So, and we already have one casualty from Red Esports, Key White. I hope I'm reading that right. And that's again, that's gonna prove kind of tricky here because we have 3 teams: MSX, we have MABATEX, and Red Esports, still with 3 players remaining. But the rest of the rest you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, they're still looking pretty healthy.
All right, I think Red, before we actually turned the camera to another team, they were at a high ground position, and just below them, I think that was the West Point Mambas, but I don't think a push is gonna happen just yet. But we got MABATEX Esports over here cooking up those nades, trying to do a massive attack against IHC, but Desert failed to see that one player coming from the right side, and he's been tagged. So I mean, they also came in the game with just 3 players, Pika.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, MABATEX Esports here, ladies and gentlemen. We saw how Leo was such a marksman yesterday, able to actually help out his teammates off of that distance. And look at that, another nade knockdown, and this time it's Alex from IHC. This has been like an ongoing brawl between these 2 teams, folks. And STALWART Esports, I think, is jumping in on the action. I'm not so sure how they're gonna handle this right now, Red. But Eisenberg, this is again one of the names that we've been seeing a lot yesterday, turning up, gets that buggy back. Is he gonna go for more literal action, if I may?
Okay, here we go. At least, you know what, for the side of MABATEX, they're not, shying away from any engagement inside the map. But here comes STALWART Esports. Oh no, Action is doing a lot of action because he was actually able to take down Eisenberg from that spray down over there. And I think they have the high ground position as well. So, I mean, MABATEX, that puts them in a little bit of a disadvantage. But then again, we need to see some consistency. They need to take up some fights because that was a lot of improvement so far in the overall scoreboards. From 13 to 6, Pika. I mean, that was just amazing. And right now, going up against STALWART Esports right here, I think it's very crucial for the team at the moment to win this fight.
Oh! There it is. Action with, again, another frag to his name. And Octopus already returning the favor. The first casualty, I believe, of West Point Mamba. And they're just 3 frags behind off of YG. Yes, you heard that right. Yangon here, Red. They have 9 frags, just 1 away from a 2-digit basically elimination rack up here. So good stuff. Migs does not see that there's STALWART Esports behind him. Oh boy. Okay, this is an ambush, right? This is a really bad backstab if they cannot alter this situation.
Oh my goodness, they are in a very vulnerable spot right now, Pika, for the West Point Mambas. I mean, they are obviously very distracted because they need to be able to pinpoint from which direction are they going to be attacked first.
Wow.
Okay, they have a lot of squads that is currently surrounding them at the moment, but we got Yangon Galacticos over here doing a massive spray down against STALWART Esports. Action got inside that small shack over there, so he was able to actually dodge those bullets coming his way. And the STALWART Esports again still trying to go up with against Yangon, but wow, that is just like a wonderful pick and shoot coming from Romeo Boy.
I believe Skylightz Gaming is also out here, folks, alongside Limit Over. So, Red, we're down to our last 6 teams, and that's still 20 players remaining. So, we already have the bleeds from MSX, STALWART Esports, and Yangon Galacticus. This is not looking good because Raw. Again, we saw that earlier how aggressive they can be, and it actually paid off. You know, they're up by 5. They still have 5 elimination points, but if they survive this entire round, they are gonna get double placement points here, Red. That chicken dinner is definitely gonna be served on a silver platter for these players.
Well, yes. You know what?
So,
Even
Molana.
though Yangon Galacticos does not get the winner with a chicken dinner for this first match, I mean, it doesn't even matter. We're talking about 12 elimination points so far. A very strong performance coming from YG.
Hmm.
This is the YG that we know. This is the kind of energy that they actually showed us during
Hmm.
day number 1, and I think it's all coming back to us once again. I think they are here to make a statement. You know what? We are one of the formidable teams. We are also one of the teams that you need to deal with and you need to watch out for when you meet us in the battlefield. But Stalwart Esports losing two members of the team, I mean, greatly puts them at a like a big advantage. And then we got Cute Loki over here cooking up that nade, and we know how good they are with nades. Action
Hey!
goes down. We are left with one. Here comes the push from Cute Loki over here, and there you go. Seal
Oh
the
my
deal.
gosh.
Coming from the teammates, MSF2D, Tigan goes down as well. Jiggle from Raw. Same thing that's happened. Now, Prabin already doing a quick kill up over here, but they are in big trouble. They are not out of the woods just yet, but so far we are seeing quite
Mhm.
like a balanced chance for this remaining three teams to win this first match to get that first winner in a chicken dinner, Pika.
Yes, this is gonna be now or never here for West Point Mom because this is, I believe, one of the farthest they've ever been to for the entire 4 days that we've had here, Red Queen. So this is again very, very dangerous territory. They've already lost Emas, I believe,
Hmm.
and it is gonna be the captain's call here whether or not they are to engage because Raw has the highest chance, the highest probability of walking away with this double pointed placement winner chicken dinner. This is
Yes,
insane. So
sir.
look at
Yes,
this.
sir.
Red Esports might just be playing Vulture here as we've been mentioning because they're still good. You know, they still have their basically
Hey!
3% of their roster. Oh my gosh! And Raw finally has one
Oh
knockdown here, Red
man.
Queen.
Oh yes, 8 elimination points so far, and again they have no longer have the best advantage. It now goes to Red with a whopping 33% winning chance
Mhm.
in the battlefield. But Yangon Galacticos again with 14 elimination points so far, but unfortunately they're the first one to go out to the lobby out of the four that remain right here in
Oh,
the sixth phase of the circle. We got Federalis coming from WPM cooking up this nade. Okay, changed his mind. Okay, going up for another try once again. Let's see if he can actually knock down a couple of players coming from red. Oh no, he completely missed that one. I mean, it didn't even reach, any player
yeah.
coming from red esports, but that was a good try, Pika. I mean, 9 elimination
Mhm.
points coming from WPM. I mean, this is just so wonderful to watch. I mean, it's like I'm looking at a different, set of players
Yeah.
right now, a different, kind of mentality coming from WPM. I hope this is the Mamba mentality.
It could just be that, or a replenishment of the potent venom that they once had, Red. So let's see if
Oh,
they can go alongside ruthless aggressive warriors who have been untouched, unscathed since the very first stage. What a
mm-hmm,
challenge
mm-hmm.
already from Mix. Oh, but Federalis away from our
Hey!
screen. We
Oh
saw Octopus taking
no!
him out. Oh no! But there's a good trade over here from Migs. Raw, basically Sky from Raw already putting more Mambas to their knees. Even if Mambas do not have knees here, Red. But let's see. Let's see if they're going to be able to power through. There's only one man remaining, one knockdown, and Red Esports might be healthy enough to challenge Raw here. But
Mm-hmm.
again, it's a bit of a tall order. Michi's still aflamed. That is, oh, and that's it.
Oh!
Raw. And there we go, Red.
Well,
It's 2v4. Again, the tides are not looking to be in the favor right here of Raw, or rather
right.
of Red
But
Esports.
okay, here we go. Raw attacking. Octopus now behind that buggy gets Raw. Octopus now
Oh
being
boy.
aggressive so far. Again, this is another predator that we are talking about. Trying to attack the remaining players coming from ruthless, aggressive esports. Now, I want to see more aggression coming from Raw over here. But here comes
Oh
Pick a Pick
no.
again. Just pull out that Skylight, doing a spray down, trying to jiggle. Oh, there you go.
Hey!
We already have a winner right here, and that is Raw. That is ruthless, aggressive warrior Pika.
Amazing stuff. And it was kind of like a predestined omen already, Red. Right? Like it's kind of like a sign that we saw how they started things off. It was with confidence. So as soon as they started to push during that very early stage a while ago, I could already tell that this team came here not to play but to actually get to work. Beautiful, beautiful stuff right there from Ruthless Aggressive Warriors. And that is 20 points. That's a venti right there, Red. So
Hmm.
this is
Just a venti.
yeah, it is. So this is definitely a good start for Raw.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm happy to see that they performed so well during the match number one. I hope they don't falter. Of course, it was an explosive start. Managed to put up a lot of kill points as well. I mean, that is no joke. You know how hard it is to get those or to pick up those elimination points so far with the kind of format that we have right now in
Mhm.
PUBG. I mean, PUBG always has prioritized risk, but right now it's like 10 times, more than that one since we already have like a new point system and the bonus points, the double placement points really plays a huge part in this competition. It's
Mhm.
actually a game changer.
Of course, the God of Mischief has returned here from our universe, Red. It is still cute Loki who is granted the MVP. So with 6 eliminations, a huge amount of damage right here, and almost
Hmm.
half of for the team contributions. He never fails to amaze me. I'm telling you. I mean, he's sometimes a hit and miss, but whenever he hits, oh, does it hit? So that's cute Loki for you, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I'm liking what I'm seeing. This is a this is ruthless aggressive warriors, Red. It's not what we expected. Let's not sugarcoat it at all.
All right, head to head, Prabin from Ruthless Aggressive Warriors against the YG Cute Loki over here. In terms of damage, we got Loki with 805 total eliminations inside the game. We have 6, so that goes to Yangon Galacticos as well. Average survival time, I think this one is to 24.47. That is coming from Ruthless Aggressive Warriors. And right now
Mhm.
on your screens, we got the elimination and damage and Yangon Galacticos again, even though not winning that winner chicken dinner peak, I mean 14 elimination points, that is still huge and
Mhm.
definitely can improve their overall statistics in the game. And so we're excited to see just how many ranks they were able to actually climb up, with this kind of scores that they pretty much established so far. I think this will be like a game changer for them as well.
Speaking of game changers, that's definitely the case for the Mambas, for West Point Mamba with
Hmm.
2,062. My goodness, that is something. And look at how far up they actually climbed just because of today. And
Hmm.
this is just for match 19. This could definitely change later on with the West Point Mambas here with already 10 placement points. That really says a lot.
Hmm.
That's already a slow clap for any team that's participating. Now, this is also one factor, Red, that we mentioned earlier. This is why DRS can actually lay back a little bit. They can stretch their legs
Yes.
even without anything. They are still gonna be on top, head and shoulders above everybody. So that's that's still how they are. They're still apex as of the moment.
Yeah. DRS is probably the unbothered kings, at the moment.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm getting word that they actually didn't enter the lobby. I mean, pretty much they can
At
give
all, right?
this
Yeah.
game away, right? So, like I said, they've managed to actually create a huge gap so far. So they're just cruising along as they make their way towards
Yes.
the end of this entire competition. But then again, ladies and gents, we got
Yes.
a vote happening right now for the fan favorite player. So make sure you guys participate in this one because it ends at June 17th.
That's at 11 IST. So hopefully, again, if you guys feel that your players deserve it, your teams deserve it, then cast those votes right now.
Hmm.
The descriptions and the pin comment instructions are all there. I was really really amused at that first game. It had a kind of good balance of slow and fast paced. Right, it's a good way to start our evening. It's pretty, it's
Yes.
50-50. You know, give a second chance. I'm not saying
I
anything, but
can't hype I can't hype it up, at the beginning of the game because I'm trying to preserve my energy peak. I actually
mm.
I came from a good cardio just a while ago because I know, this
Oh,
teams will probably keep us, breathless in this evening alone. So we're gonna prepare for that one. But ladies and gents, you know what? We're gonna go for a short break, but please do invite your friends, tag them in the comment section, let them know that the PUBG Community Stars has already begun. So this is by Esports County. We are live at A1 Esports Gaming. So again, this is Red Queen Gaming and Pika Lozano. We'll be back after a short break. Don't go away.
Fucking all night, yeah. Alright, I've been feeling alright. This time you won't get to my heart, yeah. This time I'ma get what is mine. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Empty, thinking about the ways you like, yeah. Baby, I don't really ask for much. Crazy how you only want the fire. I swear to God, cause I had enough. Tell me stop, but I had enough. You know I've been broken up. Could've say nothing. You told me that I am not around. I could've say nothing. If only I made it out of town. Or I could've said hi for a minute now. Your lies I can't forget about. Hi for a minute now. Or I could've say nothing. When you told me that I am not around. I could've say nothing. If only I could've say nothing. When you told me that I am not around. I could've
Game number 2 is on its way, and it can be dry here in Miramar, but that is definitely not going to stop us from bringing you this really sweaty action. Ladies and gentlemen, still here, yours truly is Pika Lozana. And of course, she may be in yellow, but no, you cannot dip on that mustard, ladies and gentlemen. Is Red Queen Gaming. Red, we're going to start things off. She likes that. She likes that. We're going to start off game
Yeah.
number 2 with already. She had to rush back, so I love it.
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling the energy that these teams are giving inside the battlefield, and so we need to hype it up more, Pika. I just, kind of like warming up during the first game, but I think I pretty much have it down already. And during the
Yes.
first match, you know what? What I loved about that a sequence of fights, I've seen WPM reach, the last few zones really during match
True
number one. It
that.
was able to rack up a lot of points so far. I want to see this team explode and actually take advantage of the fact that it is double placement for
Mm.
today. So again, ladies and gents, we are heading back to the desert. Of course, you all know the desert
Mhm.
takes the wick. And so for the second time around, we are definitely going to see teams go back to their choice of dropping points, because we can see, Pika, this is pretty much the same flight path
Look at
that
this.
we saw
Mhm.
just a while ago, starting off from Puerto Paraiso, ending up onto the
Mhm.
northern side along Torre Ahumada. And those big areas that we have inside this map, like El Pozo, San Martin, Montenuevo, Los Leones, pretty much this will be crowded in just a while.
Yeah, and this is very interesting. It looks like they're dropping off quite early here. They're not gonna go straight to the action. No one seems to be gunning for the middle parts of the map. And knowing how
Yes,
there's a
sir.
lot of terrains there, it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty interesting how these players will most likely be clustered very early on. They're gonna start having close quarter encounters. Maybe just the first few seconds in, and look at this. The circle
Oh,
a while ago
man.
was a bit higher, but this time we're
Right.
moving towards Chumacera and Minas del Valle, Valle del Mar as well. This is a completely different terrain. Even water is part of this now, Red. So let's see if again, it's very unusual for us to see water fights here in
Mm-hmm.
Miramar, but again, I think I
Hey.
jinxed it once more. So
So it has favored the south part area of Myanmar, but in
mhm,
Impala, you know what? A scaffold might break out in just a few seconds, because we got the bad intentions and HV right there
mhm.
in that specific area. And we just know we don't want to waste any time. But look at that first blood on the screen popping up. We have one player coming from Raging Bulls again. I mean, this is not the way you want to start things off, right? But I think it's pretty much the
Mhm.
same with Genesis Esports, because we got Smile over here not smiling anymore because he just sent back to the lobby, ladies and gents. So Master Ichi, we got Alzen West Carry over here left to defend this team and make sure that they get to the latter stages of the game. But let's see if this is going to be like a roadblock, if
Mhm.
Raging Bulls over here stops them.
Yes, that's right. Genesis Esports, one more team that we talk about a lot, right? Because of the experience that they have. They have so much on their belt already that's really, really braggable. So much accolades to boast. But these teams are hungry,
Mm-hmm.
These
Mm-hmm.
teams, especially for double placement points day, I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure they thought out the plan as soon as that bell rang. Now here we go with with Yangon
Mm-hmm.
Galacticus here. Already making that rotation, already starting to scout the rest of the area. This is not how they did things earlier, I would say, but I think it's still pretty effective. It also catches them off guard. My goodness, already on duty,
Man.
shotgun kills right here from K9. We got an S686 and
Hey!
already bringing people to their knees. No way, Mr. Black taken out by Itchy. Okay, Red, that's on you. That's the jinx.
And
That
again,
is
we
the
can see,
jinx.
like Ichi not afraid to engage, not afraid to actually, push a little and make sure that they get that kill. But you know what? On the side of Yanko Galacticus, because there is a fight going with CMF, if I'm not mistaken. They have been
Mhm.
starved yesterday with the points, and I
Yeah.
think they're trying to really make up for it. So they are not like really kill hungry at this point, because so we're interested to see. Of course, we're looking for if they can actually keep that consistency once again. And again, we have Ichi over here coming from Genesis Esports all alone, because he needs to make sure that he saves West Carry over here. So okay, here we go. Massive straight out with a UMP. Ichi gets that point, and now he has the chance to actually go for that revive. Ichi saves the day for Genesis Esports. 4 elimination points, Pika.
The Bulls have been sent back to the pen, Red. That is not how you want to start things here. And only with 1 elimination. I don't think they had any chance at all to, to retaliate. But again, that's all she wrote. We still have a number of games later on. And not far behind, the potential second elimination we're going to get is, I believe, from High Voltage, High Voltage is, they're down 2-2, so only with 1 elimination. But again, anybody's game. Look at this. Tokusaurus with my favorite, the Winchester, Red.
Oh, no.
And he manages to rack up some eliminations, but here we go. Okay, cute Loki. Is he going to be able to, to bring this momentum from earlier? He was, after all, the MVP of game number 1.
What they are challenging CMFG, and we all know CMFG is actually one of the top performing teams so far in this tournament. And Yangon Galacticus, oh no, we don't exactly know what happened, but we've seen a while ago they had the upper hand advantage, but somehow along the way they kind of dropped the ball on that one. So I mean, they are already paying for it. They only have like 1 player left, and they need to make sure that he picks up the right battle and maybe like chill for a while inside a compound somewhere and make sure that he gets to the latter stages of the game. It's the same thing for the High Voltage, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we have like a couple of players coming from that team who is on their knees or probably has been sent back to the lobby as well. So far, we only have 2 teams, or yes, 2 teams. That includes High Voltage, ladies and gents, that has been sent back to the lobby indeed.
Okay, so contrary to earlier, some of these teams, these are the ones who actually stood the test earlier. Now, look at this. I jinxed it again. YG's out of there. And what a push from Power TZ. Red, shotgun kills after shotgun kills, and a shot with a marksman rifle as well. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if that was a Musin Nagant or a Car 98, but that was beautiful. That was a beautiful marksman kill. And Emmas, and you know what, Red? West Point Mambas, again, they're still in this. They're showing really, really good signs of life. They already have 1 elimination, no casualties just yet. And there it is. Federalis takes out Turula. And wow, I think they really did their homework here, Red Queen.
Oh yeah, probably for sure, because I am seeing a different kind of gameplay, even with the strategy, Pika. I think we are seeing a bit more aggression so far, and with the rotations, I think they're picking up really the pace. And we got Emmas over here. Okay, he needs to make sure that he won't be tagged, because there is 1 player coming from T2K that actually did a rotation over to the backside, to find an angle to actually take them down. But that was like a quick response coming from West Point Mambas. He was able to dodge it and was able to move out of the way. Now here comes Michi again with the rescue, cooking up that nade, trying to set up a T2K over here, but couldn't seem to actually get him just yet. Maybe he is trying to shoo him away for a bit, or like maybe testing the waters, because they don't exactly know where this player is coming from, T2K. But here comes the attack. They already have like 3 players coming from West Point Mambas, hunting this 1 player down, coming from Trained to Kill.
And just like the Viper namesakes that they have, they are going around this desert like Sidewinders. That last person from T2K left alone here. No backup inside. Again, slithering like the serpents that they are. Are they? Yes, there it is. Michi going in for the kill, and that puts another tick on the scores of West Point Mambas. Beautiful stuff, and that's it. Trained to Kill out of there, Red Queen. Very, very good start here for the Mambas.
Yes, sir.
And I was about to say that we might just see another team falter, but looking at how things are, we have about 6 teams still that are still in the gunning and have no casualties, and another 4 of them for the last 10 teams that we have are they're almost out one man each. So interesting stuff. boy.
Right, and also I would like to talk about the seventh element because you know what they dropped 6 slots down to number 11 here, Pika, and
Oh
so
man,
far
yeah.
I think they are being aggressive as well. They're picking up the points, they're picking up the pace, and for A1 Esports, okay, we're gonna discuss more about seventh element in just a while because Hitman is already cooking up a nade over here, trying to go up against the bad intentions. Now, oh, what was that? What was that? Okay, here comes Hitman again.
Whoa.
One of Pika's favorite player over here, going for that kill with that Molotov.
Oh,
Oh no,
nice.
CM Knight goes down, but in the hands of another player coming from A1 Esports. But look at here, Pika. We got 2 of them actually bleeding out in the open, but I think they have time, to go for that quick revive. I don't see any teams coming for them as of the moment, but they need to be wary because there's another squad that's actually very close with them, and those are the players coming from Agon, if I'm not mistaken. And right now they are doing like a spray down, like maybe a trade-off happening between A1 and Agon as well.
Okay, so we know how Agon is also a very scary team to deal with. Right? They're very calculated. They don't really stray away from each other, and that's the same. This is the same for A1. Yesterday you saw how dominating they were also in the previous days. So let's see if they can keep that momentum. Sadly, though, Sketch has already left the zone, and it's up to his teammates to continue this. Hitman, there you go. There we go. Again, that's my boy right there. but again, don't quote me on that, folks. I'm just adoring the way he does. Takes it sinister. Takes one to 90°. Another nade fest here, Red. A while ago, we never really got to count how many of those really ensued, but still, it's turning out to be that kind of day here. Under the sun. It's beautiful. Now with one man remaining here for BITX, it's the clock is definitely ticking for them. I'm pretty sure he has people speaking in his ear. This is where A1 was yesterday, Red. This is where they got sniffed out. So let's see how this turns out.
For the side of A1, Pika, I feel like they know. They're very much aware that they lack the firepower yesterday. I mean, they placed in second, but now they ended day number 3 with the number 4th spot, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that was number 4, right? So they need to be able to make up for those points as well. They need to retake their position in the overalls. But Agon feeling confident that they can actually take down A1 Esports, and I think that is about to happen. Oh my goodness, A1 out of the game, Pika.
Just a couple of strafes with the DBS, and that definitely spells trouble, Red. That was beautiful. And okay, again, this is catching us by surprise. These heavy hitters are out of there. A1 with 5 eliminations just got booted. And now we're looking at 7th element, Red, who a while ago actually was not really turning up as wonderfully as we would expect them, but they're still a bit far from the safe zone here. They have to make haste. This is not where you want to be right now. You don't want to be greedy. So Tokusaurus right here, just scouting the area. Let's see if he spots an enemy or if the coast is clear at all. Ashad, however, has a vehicle, but this is already kind of still not that painful, Red, kind of. But if you stay too long, it's still just stage number 2. We have a minute left, so maybe Tokusaurus will definitely make it.
I'm not sure. I mean, he only has like 1 first aid left, and I don't see him having any vehicles, very near, like maybe he can use in this particular situation. So I don't know what's going to happen, but he needs to go through all of those buildings or like maybe all of those compounds just to check whether or not, there's still some first aid left. But this is actually great because he found a vehicle over here. I just hope that he has enough gas, to make it to the safe zone. 7th element coming in from the northern side of Miramar, and I think there is another squad that's just actually right behind them. But oh my god, West Point Mamba's over here, Pika, and cooking up those nades. Federales are actually gunning for those people coming from Red Esports. Yes, Red Esports. Oh man, like I said earlier, Pika, they have like a different strategy going on for them, and I think it's working out so far. I just hope again they can keep the consistency, they can keep the same energy, because this is just like the second match of the day, because we still have like 4 more to go. right? 4 more to go. So I mean,
Yes.
it's hard. It's a test of endurance so far and mental fortitude. So um, I just hope they get into the round with
Wow.
with
Okay.
a clear head, because we all know how it can be exhausting sometimes. Playing 6 straight matches in one day.
That's right. And I lost track of Tokosaurus already. I think Dominic Toretto wants his car back, so maybe that's why he evacuated. And I don't know how he's gonna get back to the safe zone. But speaking of safety, Emma's not looking very safe here. Red. There it
There
is.
you
The
go.
play zone did get to Tokosaurus. It did take him out. So sad.
Yeah, well.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Yeah, that's what she wrote.
Oh!
So here we go. Nick's trying to get into the action right here. Good straight, good movement here, and takes out Domain in the process. Okay, here we go. What is Domain trying to
Look
say
at
here? Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, I'm gonna get you back, bro. That's probably
Oh!
what it was.
Oh man,
Okay.
Migs clutching
more
it,
shots here.
clutching it, Pika. Here comes the move. Here comes the move. I think he can pretty much close this one. Octopus in big trouble, very low in HP, but Migs needs to make sure that he won't get tagged by Pico Pick over there to his left side. But so much so, they are doing a great job so far with this attack,
Oh, no,
Pika.
don't be greedy. Do not be greedy here, Migs. Patch up those wounds, man. Don't push for that. That is not really the way you want to go. But I think there he's using a bit of his game sense to make sure that buggy does not come useful if he needs it. So oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. This is Michi already. I think on his way to go for response, go for backup, and amazingly, Red, amazingly, they are still in this. They probably heard you, they probably heard their coach, and maybe that monster deep down inside the Mambas has awakened. With 6 eliminations so far, they're just tied with Agon.
Alright, here we go. Federals again, trying to move in for the kill, and was able to actually put Octopus down. And managed to actually rack up another kill point over there. 7 elimination points, Pika. That is just wonderful. I would love to see more of them so far. And talking about their performance, they have a very good coach. Let's give recognition of that one. Adobo is actually, or has played in the global stage as well. So pretty much he is transferring all of the knowledge so far to this players over here at West Point Mambas. And I just hope, they can really get the chicken dinner. So far, it would really help them, improve their overall status in this very competition. And right now, we can see the map overview. So far, we got 2 of the teams coming from down south, 1 from over to a little bit of northeast side. That's where WPM will be coming from. And we only have like 1 player left for, Pico Pick. Pico Pick is just right there, but I don't think he has any vehicles as well. And it will be hard to go for that rotation considering that he is the last player in the team.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Red Esports at this point. It's going up against three teams with 3 and 3 teams with 4. All right, so again, Karma definitely hanging in there, Red. No casualties just yet, and that is their first frag, believe it or not, care of only H. So beautiful stuff we're seeing, and again, I gotta give it to these teams, especially for West Point Mambas. They really changed the way they approach things. I can never get enough of saying how they're doing. They're doing things. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to be quiet because Pico Pick actually took out Mix, and I'll point it out. Mix actually finished the job. He went right back to take out Octopus earlier. You know how Octopus really barely escaped by his tentacle after that altercation. So I loved that Migs literally went back for it and again closed that book for Octopus. Now they're down to Pico Pick. It's up to him. So this might be personal if I can say so myself. But Agon still alive, still kicking. But we're gonna have a potential casualty should they not be able to pick up. Oh, there it is, Red. I was gonna say that their last bleeding member is actually out of here.
Okay, here we go. I thought he was able to actually get two players coming from Karma over here. He did not have enough time to go for that quick kill. He was very low in HP, and Karma definitely not
Yes.
gonna let go of that one. But anyway, Pika, going back to WPM a while ago, yes, I do agree with you that Migs actually performed quite well. He showed us, like a great display of recoil control, and as well as the reflex
Yeah.
as well. The way that he actually pushed, someone from who is above him, that was just so wonderful. And just to make sure that he has another player on his left side but was able to inflict damage as well, just shows us how great he is when it comes to like the map awareness so far. But anyway, Skylightz Gaming, I mean, this is one team that is having like some on and off games. Sometimes they come up super strong, but sometimes I don't know, they lack firepower. They lack some
Yeah.
map sense as well. So I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. It's a very unpredictable behavior coming from Skylightz Gaming. But judging from their situation, Pika, they already have like one casualty, right? Mr. Bora No Fear and Clay Sama, all is that left for Skylightz Gaming. And right now they can spot some players coming from CMF, but they need to be careful though, because CMF is one of the top performing teams in this competition. And definitely, you know what? They would want to maintain their position. I mean, every team wants to go at the top or like finish at the top of this tournament. And so, for Skylightz Gaming, again, they need to make sure that they show a little bit of aggression, a little bit of consistency so far if they want to, again, improve right here, day number 4 of the grand finals.
And as we were actually browsing through the map, Agon Esports, they're booted. Sadly, they've been eliminated here, so that leaves us with 6 more teams still in the gunning for this double placement points here, Red. So, and it looks like Karma Esports might just make a repeat of how that is, judging by how they look right now, Red. And a while ago, sadly, I think the last member of Red Esports was taken out by the play zone. So that is also kind of like a blessing in disguise. Granted that no team will actually get points out of that. Here we go, Genesis Esports. We have Zai. Oh my gosh, but that's 2v1. Not really a favorable situation. They got flushed out by Karma. Oh my gosh. Only H takes out Zai and Westcare. Never mind. That was Igneous who takes out Master Itchy. 7 eliminations, Red, off of the supposed just 4 a while ago that they had, 4 or 5, and boom, there they go.
Yeah. Karma's energy is not going down, Pika. I think pretty much they have this. They have their eyes set on the prize. They have been performing quite well, and we'd love to see if they can actually close a game. We want to see if they can pull out another winner chicken dinner for day number 4, because they did win yesterday, right, during the first match of day number 3. So we would like to see another win coming from this team, considering the fact that they are now really racking up points and actually getting to the last few zones, of every round in this tournament. Okay, here it comes again, Skylightz Gaming. They know that there is a team over there, but I don't think there's a push happening coming from Skylightz. Dictator is just right behind that boulder. Clay Sama providing the mid-man roll board with the attack, gets a memo. So there you go, GSM eliminated from Miramar.
Beautiful stuff. You saw that. That is pure comps right there. I could really tell they were saying, I'm pushing for this, but I hope you got my back, just for cover fire. That was wonderful. Like, behind the rock, I'm pretty sure that's how they approach that situation. Here we go. Now Karma still strong, still showing us why they could potentially make a repeat of yesterday. And look at this, hanging on for dear life. The 2 of their comrades already fallen, Michi and Federalis. I think they're trying to dip in on the action because they still have 2 members. Same with 7th Element, and this is nice to see that 7th Element already made it to top 4. So this Red right here is, again, it's make or break for these two teams, because whoever survives this will have to challenge a still healthy, a still powerful Karma Esports. And Skylightz Gaming a while ago, they didn't perform too well, but I think this is a redemption arc.
All right, here we go.
We
got Karma with the 36%. No, it goes down to actually to SG with the winning
Yeah.
chance now up to a 33%. I think it's like a tug of war so far. It's back to Karma once again. But you know what? A lot of players coming from Karma now going down because well, this three teams that are still alive. I think pretty much everyone is pointing their guns
Hmm.
at Karma at the moment, but they do have the number advantage though, Pika, because this is 3v2 v2v2 situation that is
Yes.
happening.
Oh.
And WPM again getting to stage number 6. So let's see how effective the tandem is between Michi
Mhm.
and Federalis.
This is interesting. He was forced to evacuate his vehicle, taking a really clean shots over there. So,
Mhm.
Federalis, we saw how he was an MVP yesterday for game number 5. So,
No,
let's
no,
see
no,
if he
no, no,
can
no.
make that happen again here. Okay, all right. So this is a crazy drive-by here from Karma. They know they have an engagement coming. Oh, but
Oh,
Michi
yes,
stops only
sir.
H from that engagement. Seventh, you see how seventh element also dipped in on the action. Igneous kill. Wow, he just puts himself in harm's way. That is not what you would want for Karma. Oh, they're gone. They're eliminated already here, Red.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Good
Now look at his top
dodge.
3. Yes. Now we
Yeah.
have Skylightz Gaming, West Point Mambas, and Seventh Element. This is a 2v2v2. Red, anybody's game here. Anybody.
Everybody's good. But oh no, I will say supposedly that 7-Element has an advantage so far against West Point Mamba, but one of the players coming from 7-Element was
No.
actually knocked down. All right, so here we
Mm,
go. Final 3 teams. WPM with 11 elimination points so far. Mr. Borrow getting into some action right here, doing a
my
massive spray
gosh.
down against Federalis and Michi, but not actually connecting so far. All right, very good with the pre-fire, but then again, you know what? Not hitting any of the players coming from West Point Mambas. And now Mr. Borrow over here drinking up some soda to make sure that his energy stays up, okay, in order for him to engage, to keep up the energy so far, to
Oh.
put down any players coming from WPM. And now it goes down to just 2 teams. Pika, who do you got?
This is a duelo, ladies and gentlemen. Now Mr. Borrow, a little bit of strafe action, and West Point
Ah!
Mambas knocks down Mr. Borrow. They just might be able to close it down. Are they gonna seal the deal? Put the nail into that last bit. Oh my goodness. Oh, Michi takes out Mr. Borrow. That's it. Federalis is healing. Bon Clay Sama has nowhere to go. He's gonna get pinched here. What is going on? Here we go. Michi is knocked down. This is a 1v1 here, Red. This is a 1v1.
All
There,
right.
there is a
No!
barrier in between. No!
What?
And Skylightz Gaming rises from the grave. Oh my goodness! I
Oh
heard
my
I heard
god.
I heard your headset there, Red. Are you okay? Because Skylightz Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, soaring for game
Oh my
number 2,
god.
takes that winner chicken dinner. I can imagine how you look right now, Red.
Oh my god. You know, I can I think the okay, wait. Let me just compose myself, okay? Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. You know, I felt like the best chance to actually win that fight was on the side of West Point Mambas. The only mistake that happened so far is that he went, you know, for the hill. So it was
Yes.
kind of late when he pulled out that gun when he knows that he is going to be attacked. It was they were playing ring around the rosy, you know, with it being the rock in the middle, right? But I think
Yes.
that was a costly mistake for WPM. Oh my goodness! But still, you know what? Kudos, very good performance coming from
Yes.
Skylightz Gaming, sealing the chicken dinner or catching the chicken dinner for our match 20. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mafia Ninja over here putting up a
Yeah.
total of 4 elimination points inside the game with only 75 damage taken, which is absolutely outstanding. I mean, the number of battles that we witnessed just a while ago, this is actually good number so far for Mafia Ninja.
That was insane. Mr. Boro also was a very important key point as to why they made it so far. So with 2 eliminations,
Hmm.
a good amount of damage as well with 355, 351. That was beautiful, and he did take a lot for the team with 255 damage. But
Hmm.
this, of course,
Hey.
again, we tip our hat to West Point Mamba's Michi with 5 eliminations, and I saw that myself. He was in a good dominating streak. He had 3 frags to his name a while ago. If my memory serves me right, that was really late as well into the into the zones, into the stages. So beautiful, beautiful job from West Point Mambas. And this is again what we were talking about. This is consistency. So game number one, they went really far, and they did too for game number two as well. Are they going to be able to do so in the coming maps? Now, head to head, we have Mafia Ninja and Memo right here. Now, good amount. This is actually very close, right? It's a good amount of total damage as well as eliminations.
Right, right. But the I think the most number of damage goes to Memo over here. So I think
Yes.
he was able to knock down a couple of players, or like maybe a lot of players inside the game, but not actually getting the job done. So for elimination points, pretty much the same with Mafia Ninja over here. And but when it comes to average survival time, I think Memo is the one that goes for the push
Hmm.
compared to Mafia Ninja. So I think he gets eliminated early in the game so far. But anyway, look at that. Look at that
Yep.
the damage and kill points. I mean, even though they weren't able to get that winner chicken dinner for our match number 20, West
Hmm.
Point Mambas again putting up a very good show, putting up a very good performance so far. And again, we've mentioned this a while ago. We are seeing a different, gameplay and strategy coming from this team.
Definitely evolution there, Red. I am pretty sure they learn from their mistakes, and it again luck or maybe sometimes the randomness of where they get off or whatever loot they pick, that also comes into play. But again, without exaggeration, West Point Mambas definitely evolving into bigger snakes at this point with
Mm-hmm.
2,463 damage dealt. They are as venomous as they can get. So here we go. Skylightz Gaming with 20 juicy chicken dinner points here, Red. They are
Mm-hmm.
definitely sleeping well tonight. I can already say.
Hey, there's still a lot of things that can happen. Skylights Gaming again. They still have a long way to go. I mean, like the good thing about tonight is that we have double placement points, and I think every
Hmm.
team is putting in a
For
lot of
sure.
work to make sure that they catch the winner chicken dinner. Same thing goes for WPM. I mean, it's not that far of a gap. I mean, we got the first place winner over here with 26 points. They are coming in at second with 24, which is
Hmm.
again an absolute performance, a top-notch
Yeah.
performance. Seventh Element, this is one of the teams that I'm happy to be witnessing that somehow they are
True.
improving what they're doing inside the game. Again, Seventh Element dropped 6 slots down to number
Hmm.
11, and we've all known Seven Element can pretty much like clutch things. They can take in
Yeah.
a lot of fights as well. They're not shy to engage in every match inside the game. So I'm expecting a lot more coming from Seventh Element. Now, this is a little bit unusual, especially with the
Yes. I was
nades that
about to
were
say
used inside the battlefield. 141, that seems kind of low so far, because I'm used to it. Casting this one from day
200.
one, we've seen a lot of fireworks so far, right? When it comes
Yeah.
to nades, as you mentioned, it was more of like a demolition compared to like
Hmm.
players using guns. That is the meta right here in this tournament alone. So I'm surprised to see that it went down, coming from 200 plus down to 141.
You know what? I can't help myself but giggle. It's wonderful and at the same time it's kind of ironic. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so we have our fan favorite voting here for our teams and players. Don't hesitate to let them know that you love them, to give them
Hmm.
some support as well. So that ends on June 17th rather, 11 IST. So the description right there as well as the pinned comment, they'll let you know how to do so. Uh, don't hesitate. Don't hold back. Give them your love. So wow, what a game two, Red. And this we have
Hmm.
half a dozen games tonight, and it's already kicking off to be one barn burner of a first half. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And West Point Mambas, I'm keeping my eyes on you boys, especially after that stellar
Oh yeah.
performance. It's
Oh yeah.
definitely it's definitely gonna be. Hopefully, it continues on this point forward because they're probably the most improved so far that we've been seeing for day number 4. So again, fingers crossed.
Again, we're looking for consistency, but please, I don't want to I don't want to sound so biased, but I'm just really ecstatic to know that they are really performing well in
True.
this tournament. They placed in at 20th or 21, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Mm.
I mean, with that, as you said, a stellar performance coming from WPM. Probably, they have very much improved their overall status in this competition. So we'd love to see more. But then again, ladies and gents, if you are enjoying as much as we do, don't forget to subscribe to A1 Esports Gaming to stay updated to everything that is happening in this community. And also, thank you to Esports County for bringing us this PUBG Mobile Community Wars. This is Red Queen Gaming. This is Pika Lozano as well. So please don't go away. We'll be back after a short break.
We already saw two powerhouse matches, ladies and gentlemen, but is number three gonna be any different, even with the same map? Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned to the PUBG Mobile Community Stars Tournament Grand Finals and bringing you the action, yours truly, back in black, Pika Lozana, and showing off again, transparent yet red hearts is my partner, Red Queen Gaming. Definitely loving every single bit of the action. How you doing,
Oh
Red?
yeah. Oh man, I don't even need to drink coffee to keep me awake. The battles are enough for me, to be honest. But anyway, yes, we are about to enter our third match, our third Miramar for this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are already prepared. I hope that you have grabbed your snacks, your favorite drinks so far, because we are all, going in for a very long night. So, anyway, flight path, ladies and gents, it's very different from
Oh.
for the from the first two games that we've had so far. This time it started from the west side going east.
Mhm.
So this is around Montenuevo ending in Junkyard. But pretty much this is a forgiving flight path
Mhm.
because well the areas are not that far. Although in Miramar you don't want to overextend your stay in case the circle is very far from you. So we're just waiting where the safe zone will be landing
Mhm.
for our third match.
And again, dipping right into the action again is everyone's favorite so far, the real soldier. So DRS is back. TGOA also in this red. So this could be again an interesting third game for us. So game number three yesterday was, if people remember correctly, was taken by the real soldiers. So are they going to be able to make
Mm-hmm.
history? Repeat
Okay, here we
itself?
go.
Should they make the right calls? And it's a very middle splat. Oh, okay, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say that this is a very action filled drop choice for a lot of these teams, but and again that's what we're looking for, right? Action already out of there. I'm
Oh!
really confused though. I'm really confused with who these actions are. But that action, the alive action, was able to take out a Zai from GE.
The, the alive action. Okay, yeah, you're right, because the other action has already left the building so far. But again, here comes Icy, very low in HP, but he has this gun that can probably take out or Ichi in the process, but he is in big trouble though, because I don't see how he can actually escape the situation so far. But let's see what Nirtse is going to do at the moment as he goes up against one of the players coming from Genesis, and there you go, Nitsi with an
Ooh.
amazing takedown. Now Ichi over here decided to go for that quick pickup over there.
Hey.
Now
Oh.
Icy goes down. Icy goes down. This now makes Stalwart Esports in a very dangerous
Oh
position, and there
boy.
you go. Oh,
No.
a little bit of a trash talk over there, because I've seen them spray down over to the carcasses of Stalwart. But hey, you know what? In the process, Smile again was the first one to leave the team, on the side of Genesis Esports. And again, I don't know what he is smiling at the moment, because he is all alone in the lobby.
Very unfortunate, Stalwart Esports, again, another favorite that we've always talked about. Very decorated,
Hmm.
very filled to the
Yeah.
brim with these highlights, these experiences. A lot for them to boast, but it just takes one harassing barrage, from Genesis Esports to get the job done. And again, this is it. We have to move forward. So DRS, we know how the chat right now is also exploding at the side of this team, making their way back onto the big screen. So beautiful
Hmm.
stuff. And we have Killer YT. His name always never fails. It never fails as Red. So let's see if they can keep this momentum. A while ago, remember, they did not actually drop in game number one. So this might
Right.
be a fresh team that we're looking at.
You know what? DRS Killer YT using this golden Mirado, okay, fit for a king that he is at the moment. This is the first appearance of Daryl Soldiers right now for day number 4
Mhm.
of this grand finals, Pika. And we all know, if you just tuned in, guys, they actually gave up or like gave away game number one. That's how confident
Mhm.
they are, at this point of the competition. I mean, no one even dared to actually go into the same dropping point as the DRS,
Mhm.
and that's just right inside Hacienda del Patron, which is pretty much like Paradise Resort in Sanhok. The amount
Mhm.
of loot that you have in Hacienda is also good enough to get all of your attachments right there and then, and complete your arsenal in your backpack. But let's see what is happening currently against a bad intention, or like in bad intention against high voltage at the moment. Okay, we can see Century cooking up a nade so far, and popping up those smokes. Oh, he needs to be
Mhm.
careful though, because I can see one player coming from bad intentions
Yes.
actually on top of that mountain over there. Good vantage point so far. Sanchez again
Wow.
with the attack gets one. Now let's see if they can actually keep this one going.
I was about to say a while ago, just for the record, I could not help but think that vehicle that Killer Whitey was carrying, that is an absolute chick magnet of a car. So that was beautiful,
Oh, you would know.
Definitely rolling
You would
in.
know.
We would know. I would know Red anyways, but they see him rolling and not hating. That's beautiful. So here we go. So high voltage already has arrow down to his knees. They better pick him up. But however, they already have 1 point to their name. So this is very tragic. I still can't believe my eyes so far, Red, that Stalwart Esports is already out of there. So it's they do have another 3 chances later on, supposedly, to make this
Hmm.
to make that comeback. Now here we go. Rogue has his hands full, but takes out Knight in the process. Still burning. And no medical supplies as well, so he needs to blow out that those flames on his sleeves. This is it's still looking pretty good. High voltage. You,
Right.
you said so a while ago. They had a good amount of action, and it looks like they're still a bit bloodthirsty. They might be going for BITX this early, Red, because they're down to their last 2 members, by the way.
Right, right. And HVDC is pretty much like they remind me of ACDC, the rock and roll band so far.
Hey, definitely.
Right? But let's see what's gonna happen. They already have one
Kind of
casualty.
rolls off
Era
the
is
tongue.
already out of the picture, right? Sancher, again, very dominant so far in this encounter, going up against Dante, coming from bad intentions. All right, here we go. Dante's just right behind this wall. Let's see if we can see a jump shot
Oh!
happening. And there you go. Amazingly done by Sancher, picking up that point. 3 elimination points so far. It goes to HVDC.
Awesome strafe right there. That was enough to allow him to survive that exchange. Look at this. Rogue trying to see over the shoulder if there will be a helmet peeking off of this compound. So very, very cautious right
Mhm.
here. Oh, but I don't know what happened. There's somebody else waiting there. So Rogue and Sancher
What?
sandwiches. Oh, he tried to pan him too. What the heck? That was additional insult to injury. That is our second elimination. Second eliminated team right here is
Mhm.
BITX. Good stuff. Santir already on a streak here, Red, with 3 eliminations, but
Yeah,
trained to kill. Bit of a
yeah.
bit of a sun gazing for the moment. Just trying to take things slow. I think they're trying to be more passive this time around, right? I can feel it from these teams. And if you noticed a while ago, there's not that much action going on, even during those early drops,
Yes.
or at least during the middle. It's very limited to just a few teams.
I feel like the reason why these teams are playing it a little bit passively at the moment, Pika, is because of the double placement points that we have today. Of course, everyone wants
Yeah.
to make sure that they get to the end zone, to the latter stages of each round, because
Hmm.
20 points is still 20 points. It's a huge deal, for most of the teams, especially those teams that are kind of not having really a very good day so far, not having like very good
Hmm.
matches. And this is like the redemption that they are waiting, to save themselves, to not be in the
Hmm.
bottom. Perhaps, they're probably not even aiming to be at the top spot, but just really to improve their overall statistics, because you don't want to be finishing this last, for this tournament. But
Hmm.
T2K, okay, let's see what is happening so far. I don't think they have anyone who would want to contest their area at the moment. Same thing goes for the players of Ruthless Aggressive Warriors. Okay, we got some players here over at Pecado. We got Prabin trying
Hmm.
to check if there will be any teams going in their direction. Of course, information
Oh.
is power. You need to be able to extract those intel. You need to be able to anticipate an
Mhm.
attack, coming from your opponent. So you would know how to engage or what will work best for your team.
Yeah, that's right. This is a very advantageous position, if I can say so. This is a good hold so far from Ruthless Aggressive Warriors. They have full vantage point control, and you see how two of their members are actually scattered below. I think they're trying to relay potential threats, and I think they're talking at this point, Red. Like we're gonna sustain. We're gonna sustain the spot. We don't see anybody from across the mountains as well. uh, Maybe just maybe this is the best choice for us for the time being. As we burn through the clock, we're only at stage 2, Brendan. Just 10 seconds away before that circle starts to shrink again. But CMF, don't look now. They're also in a very high position, and they have a scout. Also, literally just doing rotations
Mm-hmm.
for the time being. I think that's a good approach, and look how late these eliminations actually came, Red. So high voltage, they still have one man down bleeding. I'm just not so sure if he's gonna get picked up anytime soon because I don't know. No one's really pulling the trigger at this point, Red.
Yes, these players are not killing anything but time, for the moment. I mean, this is
Yes,
the old school. This is the old school kind of way,
that's
how
right.
teams deal with
Mhm.
with the map so far, like in every tournament. This is the old way of
Mhm.
watching or casting PUBG tournaments. And again, it makes sense because we've got the double placement points in play
Mhm.
for this day, and this team needs to capitalize on that fact, because tomorrow I think we're back to the regular programming. So then again, they need to rack up huge number of points so far. But coming from the kill feed, we got
Oh,
HV
wow.
putting down Rogue, as well as Koki
Mhm.
Muwu. Oh, Sancher goes
Mhm.
down as well.
Yeah, I'd like to actually clarify that, Red. We won't be. I don't think we're having any games tomorrow. But the next time that we do, I think we're back to regular.
Mm,
I think we're back to regular point system. So
really?
good stuff we're
We're not
seeing right
having any
here.
games
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Oh yeah. I know. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone, Red. But anyways, let's get to this. Oh, look at Rogue. Oh my gosh! I just saw another skillet kill. That is painful for the eyes and for the morale. Now Rogue right here. He needs to make haste. He has to get out of of this really painful Aurora Borealis, but he does have a team coming his way. This is from Limit Over. We didn't see them at all, hardly, Red. So I think they're still 3 man strong, and Rogue, he can still
Wow.
kind of take the pain off of the blue curtain. Let's see if he's gonna peek
Wow.
out, but there it is. Kokimubu already with his hands up. He's ready to let it rip. And this is a new player I think I'm
Okay.
seeing. Is that Devil? Looks like
Okay.
Devil, the name Devil. So check this out.
Okay.
I don't know what the plan is. How long is he gonna stay here?
Oh man. I mean, Rogue did an
Oh,
absolute good job so far in covering himself up. I
yep,
feel like that was still like a very good tactical
yeah.
move coming from Rogue. It's just so happened that he is just the last player for his team, but the
Mhm,
fact that he popped off those smokes and slowly crawled inside that smoke, I think that was
mhm,
a very good move coming from him. I mean, he wasn't spotted right off the bat. But anyway, 13
mhm.
teams. We still got 13 teams, and we are just at the third phase of the circle, ladies and gents. A lot of things can still go down, in this match alone. A lot of teams still alive. We only have like 3 teams that was sent back to the lobby, and those are Stalwart Esports, Bad Intention, and the High Voltage team. So, I mean, most of the fights I think will happen, Pika, during the last few zones of the circle here in Miramar.
But we're seeing a lot of lead being distributed to these flesh, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? And just as Red was saying that, we were taken right into where the sun might not shine for these players. Here we go. Amora Chili. Oh, he is busting some caps here, folks. Good stuff already. And the guys of Asian over here, they already lost May W, by the way. B May W. So that's tragic, but I think this mentality I think that they have right now, Red Queen, is very ranked
Mhm.
game. I'm gonna try to channel the old, as you mentioned, the old ways. As Dark Side would say, you gotta you got to bring back the old ways for you to be able to survive these odds. Now, Godless, however, takes out Taken from MS and another DBS casualty here, folks. So MABATEX, oh, we haven't seen a MABATEX almost at all, Red. So I think I know why, because they're trimmed down to their last man standing here.
Right, right. And you know what? Something about the guys of Asian, like you, Pika. I think TGOA showing off their muscles, you know, in this
Hey,
day number 4. Well, because I have
where?
so much
Where my
faith in
muscles
this.
at?
I have so much, I have so much faith right now for the guys of Asian. It was an impressive
Mhm.
improvement, you know, in terms of their gameplay, in terms of their strategy, and by far their execution. Um, in every round they rack up kill points, pretty much great development so far, I mean, in their team. So I'm putting too much faith, or like I'm putting faith, you know, towards this team. I know they can make it out alive, or like make it out on top of every round for day number 4. They have so much to lose, they have so much on the line if they actually don't perform well this evening. Okay, here we go. 2 of the players is out there in the open and actually being tagged by Malik of
Hey.
Ruthless Aggressive Warriors. Godless. Okay, he is taking advantage of the ridge over there, but Ai pretty much has a very good angle. He needs to be careful not to pick his head, because definitely it's
Yeah.
going to pop.
Beautiful stuff over here from CMF, and they did. I'm not so sure if they're the same CMF that scored a chicken dinner yesterday, but I'm gonna check on that. However, they're looking really good right now. They're still complete, one
Hmm.
elimination so far, or rather, well, yeah, one elimination, no casualties. They might be able to hold on for dear life, just a bit more. You know, this is stage 4. This is where definitely the safe zone, or the blue zone, starts to get a bit more painful
Hmm.
for some of the players. So you're gonna want to make use. Oh my gosh, I just developed anxiety looking at that from Jiggle. That okay, don't ever do that again, man. You're giving me car sickness. But we already have another elimination. So and they're still looking good.
Okay.
Ruthless Aggressive Warriors. I think they found a good boulder to at least burn some time, but not the high ground that they would want yet. A while ago, remember, Prabin was able to position himself, or at least the rest of his teammates as well, with that high ground advantage. I don't know if they're going to be able to
Right.
retreat red, or if they're able to again weather this storm, you know,
Hmm.
of that we call a clock. So this could be something for Ruthless
Oh
Aggressive
man.
Warriors, if again a big if they to retain their positions, or to hold long enough.
Hmm. And you know what? Coming from the kill feed, I think DRS just showed the exit door to Genesis Esports. They have been eliminated out completely of Miramar, and now we're down to just 11 teams and 33 players remaining. And we are already at the 4th phase of the circle. In just a few minutes, Pika, I think the party is about to start.
Or and for some of these teams, Red, because MTX
Oh
and
no!
MS
Oh
Force
no!
are down to their last members here. And however, they got two elimination points already. So again, we don't want to be we don't want to have the Grim Reaper knocking on your doorstep here, ladies and gentlemen. It is good for some of our. I would say the same for Limit over here, Red, because even with 3 elimination points, the one is already
Mm.
down, and it's a bit too close. Beyonce is on his knees. One of yesterday's most appealing players, one of the
Damn!
most consistent.
There you
Oh,
go. Oh
that
no!
T
Oh no!
got getting taken out by Litzets, if I read that right.
Oh man,
Man,
this is
Red.
not looking too good. On the side of DRS over here, we got
Oh,
CMF putting in the
oh,
work, getting all of those kills,
no
and right now
way!
DRS
Oh,
just gets sent back to the lobby. Pika. Now let's take off that red carpet, guys.
no!
The royalties have exited.
Gotta roll it back. From carpets to curtains, that is not a good look here, folks, for DRS. This is, oh man. Oh, and just as they returned, Red, remember they did not show up for map number 1, and they were
Hmm.
given an exit. And here we go. MSX also eliminated here, Red. So we're down to our last 9 teams. So limit over, still breathing, still kicking with 3 eliminations. MABATEX has the same. Okay. I was about to say that Ruthless Aggressive Warriors still have a chance, but that just flew out the window. Oh man.
You know what? For the DRS, giving up that game number one is now shaping up to be a bad decision so
Mm,
far because they've not
yeah.
had a good game so far for our, I
Mm,
mean, for this specific match, right? So let's see what's going to happen as we progress on towards the, the end of this evening, right? So anyway, A1 Esports is still alive and kicking, but Sketch, you know what? He is down currently, but he's been picked up now by his teammates. And we got Hitman again with the Mini 14 with the times 8 scope. Pretty much can get all the information that he needs. He is spotting, a lot of those players all around Miramar, okay, and reporting back to his teammate. But T2K, I can see they are at the top of that mountain over here, getting all the
mm.
information as well. So they have the advantage so far. And right now, Hitman is being hit by that massive spray down coming from Doki with a Scarlight.
This is, I believe, this is similar to the situation a while ago that Ruthless Aggressive Warriors were Red Queen because they had a huge vantage point perk when they got up this basically this mountain over here. So this is probably trained to kill edge, if I may, against A1 because
Mhm.
they do hold a good amount of elimination points. And again, at this point, it's so important to have no casualties for your team. You can hold on for a little bit longer. 8 teams and going. Seventh element here down to one more member on their knees, and Ashad takes the fight to Ahai again. And makes it an elimination. Here we go,
Okay,
Red.
here
Let's
we go.
see. Let's see if 3X can get their first frag finally.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I mean, this is
Hey!
what we have been waiting for the action to start. We are talking about fifth phase of the circle here, ladies and gents, and we are left with 7 teams and 14 players remaining. And right now, T2K has the higher ground position. Spots K9 from A1 Esports, gives off that damage, but not quite enough to actually get the job done. But here comes the second attack. Very good vehicle explosion over there. He was able to actually
Mm.
tag that player coming from A1 Esports, and now T2K getting ready to get a move on. Hopefully, I think for T2K they're really putting in the work to make sure that A1 doesn't survive this one. We got Sandesh over here on
Oh!
top of this mountain. Want to make sure, okay, that he gets sketch with this UMP.
Oh no, I don't think he's actually also going to give up that high ground. Look at that, not tempted at all to make an
Nope, nope,
unnecessary
nope.
peek. And MABATEX Esports also, as we were talking, already eliminated here, Red Queen. So we're down to our last 5 teams. MABATEX no longer in that contention so far for game number 3, but it's not too late to say so because they did take game number 5 yesterday, if I remember, or rather game number 6, from day number 3. Now, let's see,
Okay.
Doki a while ago we saw him actually go for those a bit of damage, just to add them up. It's still essential, Red. You may not be able to actually pick off any of the opposition, but damage it still comes into play, as most of our audience also knows. So with 2
Of
minutes
course.
left here, stage 6 definitely painful. I think they relayed information that Gokubot is way over there in that very inconspicuous rock. So let's see if A1 will be able to climb the mountain and take the fight actually to T2K and not be on that disadvantage.
It's
Man,
literally an uphill battle, for the side of A1
literally.
Esports and for T2K. You know what? All that training now being applied so far. We are seeing a lot of nades being thrown once again. Okay, that was a great damage inflicted by A1. This gives time for them to reassess. Okay, maybe plan an effective way on how to escape that probable death actually on the hands of T2K Esports. But we got Doki over here trying to actually hold the fort as well, trying to keep another player at bay, doing a massive straight on as well. But look at that.
Whoa!
Just look at how that muscle car climbs up that mountain over there. I mean, that is ridiculous. But then again, T2K just got hit, man. Oh no, this is a total rampage
Oh
between
no!
these two teams. But Limit over joins into the fight.
Are
Did
you
a third-party
serious?
move against T2K, but T2K very much
Oh!
defending themselves, going or emerging as victorious with that amazing triple kill.
He, he took one on the way out to limit over. My goodness. You just had to do it, did you? Oh my gosh. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff we're seeing. Now we're down to our last three teams. And I just gotta say, that is one heck of a stunt team that you have there pulling that muscle car uphill. Okay, here we go. Train to Kill still has two members. And they just might be able to run away with this, right? They still have one member that if they manage to pick him up, definitely going to be a huge numbers advantage there. So there we go. Amura Chili knocks one
Wow.
down from T2K. This is all 1v1v1 here, Red. So oh my gosh,
Hmm.
anybody's game. Oh, Amura Chili takes out the last member of Train to
Oh
Kill.
man.
Oh
Man,
my
before they
gosh.
went out of the game, at least they managed to put up at least 6 or like 7 elimination points, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it 9? I'm not just sure. But anyway, 2 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen, and this is now a battle between Seventh Element and T2K, and this is an amazing 1v1 situation. Sixth phase of the circle, ladies and gents, and we've got 2 POVs for you guys, so you wouldn't
Mhm.
miss a thing right here in this battle of who will become the best right now for our third match this evening. Okay, we need total silence. We
Oh
need
boy.
this player to concentrate. They need to focus. Okay, okay, Goku bot. Don't be tempted or don't be tempted to get that loot because it's out there
Mhm.
in the open. It wouldn't be good for you. It wouldn't end well, for you. You need to do what you need to do at the moment, Goku, you need to transform into a Super Saiyan to make sure that you get T2K. Okay,
Okay.
here comes the free fire coming from Goku. Okay, he has become impatient. He wants to do the push. If he plays his cards right, he might be able to take T2K down. Okay, here comes the nade, cooking it up. Okay, he needs
All
a little
right.
bit more time. Here comes the throw. Here comes the push. Was able to give off that damage. Pulls out the DPS
They're
so
pushing.
far. Let's
They're
see if he
pushing.
can actually
They're
walk
pushing.
to the right there. My God,
Oh!
Seventh Element finally getting a winner in a chicken dinner. That's 20 points right there, Pika. 20 points.
And of all the days that you'd be able to Seventh Element, it is where it really matters. Good stuff from this team right here, Red Queen. Seventh Element bagging, and in convincing fashion. Those two players, those last two players, Sandesh, I believe, was the one who was who was on my feet, or the one that I'm really staring at. He tried his best, but there was like the tree of no life in front of them. So that that right there was again one crazy exchange. But Goku Bot
Hmm.
emerging on top there, Red, with 6 eliminations. You said it yourself. You had to channel your inner Super Saiyan, and there it is. I could not. I'm not one of them, but his hair probably did turn blonde during that process. So hopefully that match,
Oh,
hopefully that match was really something for Goku Bot. Definitely a highlight of his evening. So a
right.
shot with 1 elimination, 16 with 3, and a Gudor with none so far. But so far, I'd say Seventh Element. Uh, kudos, definitely kudos,
Hmm.
Red Queen.
It was now or never moment, for the side of Goku Bot. I mean, I love the fact that he, you know, really built up that confidence to actually go for that push, considering the fact that he doesn't have the advantage with the position that he
Hmm.
has compared to T2K. It was just so beautifully done, with the pre-fire. He knows exactly where to point his gun, and with that DPS kill, that was just wonderful to watch.
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, most valuable player definitely goes to
Again,
Goku Bot
yeah.
this time, right? 6 elimination points with
Mhm.
60% of total contribution for his team.
And I think it really goes without saying what he did there, Red. They we were both at the edge of our seats during that last interaction, because no one would dare peek without calculation. It's those El Clasico final boss type of gunfights, and it really gave us a good time, to be honest. And I hope this is
Hmm.
not the end as well. Oh, okay, there it is. He
Oh,
got
there's
unlocked.
Goku Bot.
He was unlocked. Okay, that's beautiful. So,
Yeah.
all right. So
You know why he got
probably passive
unlocked?
enough.
Because Yeah, because we got 1,700 viewers. That is why we've got, like high engagement
Oh
so
my
far
gosh!
from our
Hello.
day 4 of the PUBG Mobile Community Stars by Esports County. Now,
Thank you
let's
guys.
take a look at the head to head. All right, we got T2K, we got Doki from T2K and the 7 element Goku bot. With the total damage dealt, it probably goes to Goku bot 961, well deserved. Okay, 6 elimination points and a 23.15 average survival time. So this is neat.
It is. It is. It's beautiful, And again, with 60% contribution for your team, you're really gonna get carried. Like I'm not even talking about a figurative. They're basically carrying you up to the shoulders right now. You brought the gold home. So good stuff right there from GokuBot. And this is only halfway there, right? So we still have another, I believe, another Miramar map, but that comes later. So let's see if they've taken down notes, they've jotted down mistakes, and we're gonna have a different map moving forward. But enough of that so far, ladies and gents. Match 21 was really something. I can't even remember a singular moment here, Red, that I would consider my favorite. Yes, maybe that last one, sure, but there were really other highlights there as well, especially that hiding in the smoke earlier. Remember
Mm-hmm.
that? That was
Rogue,
really
rogue.
nerve wracking. That was Rogue. Yeah, yeah. He was pushed. He was pushed by
Mm-hmm.
three of the opposition, and he managed to take
Right.
one out before he gets sent back to the lobby. Now here we go. Let's check out the eliminations and damage chart here, Red.
I bet his palms were sweaty. Knees, weak,
Oh,
arms, a heavy death. No,
definitely.
I'm just kidding.
Don't quote us on
He
that, folks.
probably
Yeah, do
ate
not
his
quote us on
mom's
that.
spaghetti.
No,
But anyway, yes,
come on,
match
man.
21 proving out to be one of the best so far for this evening alone. For this evening, I think.
Hmm.
The next match that we're going to have will fly straight to Erangel, but let's talk about the elimination and the damage that was put up by these amazing teams. Okay, for the
Paint
T2K
the
side,
grill.
um, I think you know what it doesn't even matter if they weren't able to land that winner chicken dinner. I mean, they still managed to put up a
Hmm.
total of 21
Yes.
points. I mean, it's basically still the same. They have a higher damage points compared to the elimination points so far. I mean, this is Miramar. There were a lot of open spaces. There were a lot of chances for you to inflict damage or like maybe knock down opponents. But I mean, I think it's fairly okay. It's pretty normal that there will be times that you cannot really get the job done, but what's important is you actually
Hmm.
get to the end zone, especially that we have a double placement points
Hmm.
right now. But 30 points goes to seventh element, and
Again,
that is just amazing.
in red, I think they're hearing us right now. They're using less and less nades.
Mm.
Now with the 107 here, they woke up and chose guns. They kind of hung up the demolition derby for now. But good stuff right here
Mhm.
from all these teams, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. And there he is. I'm still saluting at you, Hitman. Whether you can hear me or not, still good showing. I don't care what anyone says,
Right.
but uh, it's wonderful to see a lot of these names still turning up, still showing us quite a lot of action, more than
Mhm.
what we're used to. So let's see how game number 4 will be. This and so
There you
far
go.
this is where we are at, ladies and gents, for our top 16 teams who are still in the gunning for their respective slots here in the grand finals.
Yeah, still DRS being at the top. This is
My
so good to
gosh.
watch, but they still have like 40 points or like 39 points if I'm not mistaken. If I get the math
Yeah,
right, so that is still
it
their
is
leading points so
39
far. So
points. Yeah.
I think they are still safe though. I just hope that they don't get into any more like a bad streak of games so far in this for this evening. But let's see what's going to happen. And again, the guys of Asian
Hmm.
maintaining their top two spot, which is amazing. 141 points. Karma coming at the third with 130. 126 for A1 Esports. So far for the top four teams, it hasn't changed,
Hmm.
right? It hasn't changed it so
Yeah.
far. And so we are all excited as we head on to our game number 4. Which of these teams? I think this is more on like battle of the second place peak up. That is if
Yeah.
DRS, of course, maintains their consistency as well in the battlefield. But again, I'm not taking out the possibility that there can be a team that might
Hmm.
get the crowns from DRS.
double elimination, double placement points day rather. That's not impossible, if I may. Now, here, ladies and gentlemen, we'd just like to remind everybody that if you want to vote for your favorite players as well as your favorite teams, do not hesitate to do so by clicking on the description and the pinned comment for instructions on how to. And you have until June 17th, 11 o'clock IST. So please show them some love as much as we love them. And I know for a fact that you have your favorites already, and you've been hearing Hitman's name a lot from me. You've been hearing Sinister from Red, or maybe even Killer YT. I'm still riled over that car, Red. I'm gonna go back and check that out. If it's undamaged, maybe bring it home for myself. But it's the same color as your outfit, by the way, so you might want to think about
Yeah,
that.
I think so. Yeah, yellow.
Absolute
And mellow
drip.
in yellow. I don't think in. Oh yeah, drip. The slang term for like cool, good style, I guess. But yes, with all of the actions that we've witnessed so far from our third match of this evening, I think it's keeping you right at the edge of your seats. I mean, it is what it is doing to us right now. But hey, we're gonna be on a short break, ladies and gents. I think I need to hydrate. I also need to catch my breath. So please don't go away. We'll be back after a short break.
No, fuck that shit.